Welcome to The Newsworthy. All the day's news in less than 10 minutes. Fast, fair, fun, and on the go. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today, a Supreme Court decision, the First Lady's message, and the results of an Alzheimer's study. Plus, the show to replace Roseanne and Chipotle's newest menu items. All that and much more in less than 10 minutes. I'm Erica Mandy. Today is Friday, June 22nd. You ready? Let's do this. Lawmakers in the House are expected to vote today on what some are calling a compromise immigration bill, but it's still not likely to pass. In the meantime, First Lady Melania Trump visited the U.S.-Mexico border yesterday. Specifically, Time reports she went to 2 different shelters, one for migrant children and one for families. Her office said she wanted to thank the workers and hear how the administration can continue to reunite children with their families. Because remember, there's been uproar that families crossing the border have been separated for months. The adults get put in federal custody, the children in government-run shelters. Then earlier this week, President Trump signed an executive order to stop separating families and instead to keep them in custody together. Some states are now suing, saying this order is not really a solution to the problem. And one more thing. People are also talking about what Melania Trump decided to wear on her way to the border. While getting on the plane for the trip, she was wearing a jacket that had big letters on the back that said, quote, "I really don't care. Do you?" Many people are wondering what she was trying to say with that she doesn't really care about the kids? Her spokeswoman said there's no hidden message and it was just a jacket. President Trump later tweeted that the message was referring to the, quote, fake news media. The U.S. Supreme Court says it's okay for states to get sales tax when you buy something online. It's actually a reversal from a court ruling back in the 90s. That one stops states from collecting taxes from online sales unless the store had a physical presence there. But now things are changing with that 5-4 vote yesterday. Reuters says it means states could make billions more in tax revenue. The Prime Minister of New Zealand just had a baby girl. She's only the second elected leader ever to give birth while in office, and she's the first to take maternity leave. She's taking 6 weeks off with the Deputy Prime Minister in charge for that time. A new study found viruses that sneak into the brain might be involved in the development of Alzheimer's, specifically 2 common types of herpes. The New York Times says the types of viruses tend to infect most people as infants and then sort of lie dormant for years. At this point, the study does not say the viruses actually cause the dementia, and just because you have these viruses doesn't mean you'll get Alzheimer's. But researchers say perhaps it could kickstart the disease, like gas on the flames already there. Some experts are still skeptical, and a lot of research is still needed. But if the findings are true, it could change possible treatment options in the future. The famous gorilla who learned sign language has passed away in her sleep. Coco the Gorilla started to sign when she was just 1 year old and over the years learned more than 1,000 hand signs. She could even understand some English. She was once on the cover of National Geographic, who said she could chat, tease, and even argue with scientists using American Sign Language. She also loved cats, and there are videos of her picking them up, cuddling them, and playing around. Her trainer called her an ambassador for all gorillas and endangered species. She was 46. All right, several more news stories are on the way, but first, this episode is brought to you by the Bossed Up Podcast. Each week, the host Emily Aries interviews an expert guest to help answer one listener's real-world career conundrum. The answers always have both inspiration and real-life can-use-them-tomorrow kind of tips to level up your career. So this is for anyone looking to switch careers, become a better leader, or get out of a toxic workplace.
Because if you're in a toxic workplace, there is nothing more that you want to do than figure out how to get out of it.
Check it out and subscribe to Bossed Up, that's BOSSED Up, wherever you get your podcasts. All right, now back to the news. The city of Seattle is banning plastic straws starting on July 1st. Businesses will have to use the biodegradable kind of straws instead. CBS News says the ban actually stems from an ordinance 10 years ago. Seattle will be the first major metro area to do this, but reports say New York City and Los Angeles may be next. The number 1 overall pick in the NBA draft was 7-foot center DeAndre Ayton. He's a hometown hero for the Phoenix Suns. Ayton is a former Arizona Wildcat and even lived in Phoenix while going to high school. You can see the full list of draft picks in today's show notes. The regular NBA season starts in October. It looks like the show, similar to Roseanne, will still be on ABC, but without Roseanne. And it'll likely be called The Connors instead. So technically, Roseanne is still canceled, but The Hollywood Reporter says ABC is now moving forward with a spin-off with all the same lead characters, except for the main one. Remember, ABC canceled the hit show because of Roseanne Barr's racist tweet. ABC says Barr won't have any financial or creative involvement in this new series, but The Hollywood Reporter cites sources saying she still has the rights to future spin-offs. Barr said in a statement that she agreed to this spin-off to save 200 jobs of the cast and crew and that she, quote, regrets the circumstances. AT&T, which just bought Time Warner, has a new option for you. It's offering a new TV service to try and bring back those cord cutters. AT&T just revealed what it's calling Watch TV. It's meant to be a, quote, skinny bundle of channels for cheaper. It'll cost $15 a month or be totally free for some AT&T wireless customers who have unlimited data plans. The Wall Street Journal says it would include the Cartoon Network, CNN, Discovery, TNT, and TBS, but no major broadcast channels or sports-only channels like ESPN. Chipotle is testing some new food items for its menu, including milkshakes. Yes, at Chipotle. The fast food Mexican grill is adding a Mexican chocolate milkshake to its testing kitchen in New York City, for now. Plus 4 more things: avocado tostadas, quesadillas, nachos, and a salad with an avocado citrus dressing. If all goes well, it could roll out to even more locations. And that's it. You are all caught up. I've loved hearing from more of you on the listener call-in line. Here are a few more of those messages you left.
The Newsworthy is the best. I listen to it every day on my way to work. It's so efficient. It's a great way to get the day's news.
Hate the 24-hour news cycle, but I still want to be informed.
You're awesome. I love listening to your podcast every day.
I absolutely love the Newsworthy. It just gives me that extra morning boost that I need.
Thank you for sharing what you think of the Newsworthy. And you can call in with comments or news questions at 812-785-NEWS. I may play your message on the air. That's 812-785-NEWS. Thanks so much again for being here, sharing the show with your friends, and listening. You can always read more about any of the news stories that caught your attention today at thenewsworthy.com. Just click episodes and find today's date. The Newsworthy is ready for you every day, Monday through Friday by 4 in the morning Eastern Time. So I'll be back with more news on Monday. Have a great weekend.